Hey, I know another back on the bed video. Sorry. Hey gamers, it's G from the corner. We gotta do things right around here. You know, we can't be messing that up. Um, but I want to talk about this quickly. This broke like a few days ago, and I don't really see. I want to talk about it now because who knows? Maybe it'll get announced in the direct. Probably not, but like maybe it will. Leaker Midori has leaked a bunch of Persona stuff in the past, but is now saying, well, now put out a very funny tweet. It was a poll saying, would you play a new entry in the Live Alive series? Now, this person is very straightforward with their leaks, but this is a very silly, like, haha, look at this. Instead of just, there is a game in development with codename being made by this studio and that studio. Person's leaked a lot of Persona stuff, went on to leak a bunch of Nintendo stuff. We have yet to see if that's any of that's true or not, but I mean, most likely it probably is, honestly. Some of it we won't even know about for a good while, honestly. Probably like a lot of Switch 2 stuff, so that'll be a next year discussion. But would you like to see a new title Live Alive series? Live Alive? Oh my gosh! Live Alive 2? Live 2 Live? Confirmed? What? I am actually super jazzed about this. Some of you might have watched, all 20 of you who watched that video. I played Live Alive for the first time around the end of the year, start of this year. And I loved it. I thought it was very good. I thought, it's a very interesting Square RPG. It's very untraditional. It's a short game. It's a pretty easy game for being one of those 90s Square RPGs. It has a lot of cool things going on. I really like the battle system. I really like, the episodic nature of it. The sort of the chapter system, like the different eras, different howevers. The idea of getting another game that is that, and not Octopath, not like how Octopath is different stories that intertwine, and it's a very big, long RPG. That's not really my thing. I don't know if I'll get into that one at some point, but no, like Soul, like Live Alive, short shit, anthology-based, grid-based battles, like that coming back, I would be over the moon. I'd be so very excited, and I just kind of want to do a quick video talking about it because, like, I feel like it'll get announced and then we'll know what it is, and I won't have another chance to do this, but I want to do it now. I want to do it right now, get ahead of it being revealed at Summer Game Fest, Nintendo Direct, Switch 2 presentation, whatever it is. This could be a next year thing. This could be a year one Switch 2 game, but maybe it will be this year because, so for one, why wouldn't it be this year? Why is the immediate assumption that it's next year for me? Because Square Enix or Team Asano, the guys who make the HD 2D stuff like Live Alive and Octopath, are finally likely releasing the Dragon Quest III remake they announced 3 years ago at the Dragon Quest anniversary event. It's finally going to come out apparently this year. They're going to be revealing it at some point during the summer of gaming. Most likely at the Nintendo Direct. There's a bunch of rumors saying it's going to be at the Nintendo Direct. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to finally, it's a classic and it's being fully redone like this. I think it'll be just as much of a hit for me personally as Live Alive was. Maybe not as much because Live Alive is just this cool, different thing, and that's a very bog standard JRPG, but I think I'll still enjoy it. There's other rumblings of that apparently taking so long because they're going to do the entire trilogy, like the first 3 Dragon Quest games all in one, which would be cool, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with that. But obviously that's coming out this year. They wouldn't have time to put out another game, right? Well, maybe not, because supposedly this is going to be a big year for Team Asano. They have stated that exactly. They were like, last year was kind of small, this year will be big. And you telling me when you released like the sequel to one of your biggest hits, Octopath Traveler 2, that was a small year? I mean, they didn't announce and release a game at the following Nintendo Direct, but sheesh, okay, you got some big stuff planned for this year then. That could potentially mean 2 games. I think we could even see at least the announcement of both actually this year. I feel like that could happen, We get Live Alive, or we get the Dragon Quest stuff announced at the Direct, whatever that may be. And it comes out in like November, December, and then maybe come the whatever happens in the fall for these companies or Game Awards, we get an announcement of Live Alive 2, Live 2 Live, if you will. That's probably going to be what the thumbnail is. I would be ecstatic though. I would very much be excited for it, and I would be there day and date to pick it up. What do I think it could be though? Live Alive's whole gimmick is that it is a kind of a time travel history piece. You get like a bunch of these eras, prehistory, Wild West, feudal China, present day, near future, distant space travel future, you know, like there's just some fun, goofy stuff with that in the original. I don't think they'll do the exact same thing this time, though. I feel like, okay, the gimmick will be the same. It'll still be, you pick 8 different chapters that are all different, like, time periods or whatever. Well, not like, okay, not in the exact same way, because again, Live Alive is a cool concept. The things that tied it together was the villains were all incarnations of the same dude named Odio or whatever. They all had Odio in their name. One of them was OD10, alright? One of them was Ode something. Like, they had, like, the name was very clearly Odio. But, you know, it was like, that was the only real connective tissue. I have a little idea. I have an idea for Live Alive 2. Live 2 Live. It's been floating in my head ever since I beat the first game. I think it'd be a great idea. I feel like a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but hear me out. What if it was a multiverse thing? Okay, I know it's way overdone, way overdone at this point, but when it started development, it probably wasn't way overdone. And also, I think there's an interesting thing you could do here. So let's say the game opens on like an introductory chapter and you see an event. Maybe it could be a very mundane event. Let's say somebody's going to go on a date with someone or whatever. Like they're going to meet somebody for a date and they're just sitting at a park bench. They interact, they have the date, and that's that. What if you get to see that event occurring from like different realities, different perspectives on that event? I'm not, again, this isn't like the dumb multiverse way where it's just ideas for fan service. This is actual like interesting stuff they could do here. You could create different worlds with their own rules. You could have some that are similar, some that are different, some that are, you know, maybe just technologically advanced or behind in some ways. Maybe some that are literally just, what if this happened and it was a different culture or something? Like, you could do something basically along those lines where it's the same events or what would be the same events, but the background is different and that's how things change. Like, what if, you know, the main one would be, okay, let's use the date example because this is what I'm thinking of, okay? You'd have like the main date and such, and then, you know, the alternate universe versions, you could have one where it's like, instead of, oh, the person's, you know, they're going out with this person that they love, it is, oh, they are negotiating a peace treaty because they are warring clans, warring nations who hate each other very much, and it's still like, you know, the shot is a similar shot, but it's a very different meaning. You could have a silly chapter where it's 2 aliens doing something stupid. You could have, you know, it doesn't have to all be like the exact same thing, but it could say that you could just try and make a message about the interaction persisting no matter what across every universe. And, you know, obviously have some sort of supernatural tie to it. You gotta have like some sort of big action to it. Maybe you could make, I don't know, do something metaphorical, philosophical with it. Again, I'm just proposing a dumb idea about a date. How do you make that into a big game? I don't know, maybe the multiverses collide and that's what causes some sort of event. Maybe there is a person who is also present, who is, you know, not happy, but he kind of becomes villainous because of that. Maybe somebody is just able to go between the universes, and that is how they kind of start shit and cause problems, and that's what you have to do in each chapter because of that. Again, I'm literally just making up my own fan fiction right now by saying all this stuff, but it's been running through my mind for a little bit. I'm like, I want to see this happen, and hearing that it's actually probably happening makes me so excited. I actually really want to see what they do for Live Alive 2, Live 2 Live, you know? Very much would love to, but, you know, we'll see. Anything's possible. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for this one. I think we went on for about like, what, 7 minutes or something. I'm very excited to see what this is. I don't think we'll see it for a little bit, but when we do, I will be there. I'll be there and I'll be ready for it.